Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you watch this channel. There are a series of videos that MIGUNA released. These videos were meant to achieve two things. One, to fight the government and to fight the planned government of national unity. The second target of that statement was to empower the youths who are demonstrating or to motivate them so that they can continue demonstrating. So this is what Oscar SUDI is attacking and realizing that if MIGUNA continues with this narrative, then things will not work for them.
MIGUNA, na wewe ni mtu kumbafu sana. Nilishangaa sana, baba mzima kama wewe, mtu wa more than 70 years, bado unachochea watoto wa GNC, watoto wetu sisi. Sisi ndio baba wadogo wa GNC. Wewe sasa ndio baba wetu. Yaani unakuja hapo kwa space, unakoroga kabisa, unakoroga hapo.
What Oscar SUDI was saying, talking to MIGUNA direct, and I believe there's going to be some rebuttal from MIGUNA, though I've not stumbled upon a video reaction from MIGUNA, but I'll look for a video reaction because I know very well that MIGUNA will respond to Oscar SUDI. So before I take you to that video of Oscar SUDI to MIGUNA, kindly take this opportunity and like this video. And I'm so grateful for everyone who has been liking our videos. I don't take that for granted. So subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. There is going to be a lot of fireworks coming from MIGUNA reacting to what Oscar SUDI said. So I want to cut this long story short by sharing the video of what Oscar SUDI shared. He shared a story there. So just take your time and watch this video.
Na wewe ni mtu kumbafu sana. Nilishangaa sana, baba mzima kama wewe, mtu wa more than 70 years, bado unachochea watoto wa GNC, watoto wetu sisi. Sisi ndio baba wadogo wa GNC. Wewe sasa ndio baba wetu. Yaani unakuja hapo kwa space, unakoroga kabisa, unakoroga hapo. Ya, tunakubaliana hii mambo ya GNC vile ilianza ilikuwa nzuri sana. Even mimi nilisupport kwa sababu nilijua hao vijana wameanza kujielewa na wamejua wako wapi, wanataka kwenda wapi. Lakini sasa wakora na Boniface Mwangi, hakuna MIGUNA wakaingilia. Sasa mnataka nchi yetu ichomwe, mnataka watu wawe destroyed. Wewe ni baba au maskini wewe MIGUNA. Hata watoto wetu wa GNC sidhani kama wanataka kuwa maskini, sidhani kama wanafikiria kuwa maskini. Lakini unachochea hapo, sijui. Sasa wewe MIGUNA umefanya kazi mwaka hii yako yote. But you are nothing because you are empty. Unajua ile siku nyingine mimi nilikufungulia ukuje Kenya, I cleared you. And that was your right. Siku kuclear kwa sababu nilikuwa nakufanyia favor. That was your right. Na tulikaa na wewe 2-3 hours, nikajua uko chini sana. Nikajua kwa nini hata Tinga na ODM na Uhuru walikuwa na issues na wewe. Because you are empty. Ni Kiingereza mingi, lakini empty space. Kwa hiyo akili ya Kiingereza mingi. You're just a letdown as a parent.
Very well, ladies and gentlemen. This video from Oscar SUDI, I suspect it is reacting to a video that MIGUNA earlier on shared about a revolution. And MIGUNA was urging the youths to soldier on with the revolution, telling them that revolutions take time before they are actually achieve their results. And even even shared an example of Egypt. When Egypt had to host Mubarak. You know that story, you remember? Whereby there was a civil unrest in Egypt. I think about, if not 5 years ago, I'm not sure, but 5 to 7 years ago there, huko kitambo. But then there was some civil unrest. Demonstration after demonstration, people filled the streets until it reached a point whereby there had to be some intervention from the military. I think Mubarak, that is how, the president of Egypt, that is how his term ended. So MIGUNA made that statement And I believe that could have preceded the now arrangement of Nane Nane. You remember Nane Nane, if you've heard about Nane Nane. That Nane Nane call, it's similar to what happened in Egypt, the civil unrest in Egypt that led to the president running away from the office. The president had to be ousted as a result of the civil unrest. So what Miguna talked about could have been the reasons why youths are organizing for the Nane Nane. Nane Nane, simply, if you've been following the narrative around it, says, that unlike the previous arrangement whereby there were multiple protests from counties, regions, different regions, they want one that is concentrated in Nairobi CBD. What they are saying is that people come from up country, they come to Nairobi, and that brothers should accommodate brothers, sisters should accommodate sisters, so that they form a huge number. The target is 8 million, by the way. Nane, and the target is 8 million. They think that if should each neighbor in Nairobi host like 2 or 3 or 4 people from the reserve, then they might easily attain that number of 8 million. Remember, the constitution requires a million march to State House, then rise a token. They want 8 million. So the target of 8 million, they know that since they are targeting that huge number, which according to them is going to work, and I've seen videos of youth talking about this matter. Since their target is 8 million, they might be able to achieve it. Or maybe they might achieve 2 to 3 million if that is their target. The only concern is now the expenses, because some people will be coming from up country, from Mombasa, from those other towns, coming to Nairobi, being hosted there. So there are expenses there, So I don't know, but that is their plan. This plan, it might work, it might not work. The police will not allow such kind of an assembly. So Oscar SUDI knows very well that if Miguna continues with this narrative, then these youths, their quest, it will be rejuvenated, and they will continue with their civil unrest. So the idea here is to try to contain civil unrest as much as possible. Because with the previous arrangement, they said demonstrations were becoming costly to them. That is what the Generation Z have talked about. Some of their comrades are abducted, killed, maimed. So they say that has to change. They have to change. They want to embark on a different strategy. I believe town hall sessions will be part of the strategy, which again forms a concept of dialogue, but on them, not dialogue with the government, dialogue amongst them. So they talk about their issue, their plans, and everything. Mind you, one of the things that I've kept on maintaining in this channel is that the Generation Z have said they don't have a leader. But of course, we know there are several spokespeople talking about Mercy Tarus. Then we also have Kasmuel. I don't know if Kasmuel Makwel. Someone told me that my pronunciation of Kasmuel is not correct. But the same person also again told me that now I'm pronouncing Kasmuel's name correctly. So I assume the other Makwera, I will not pronounce it because it's a bit confusing to me. So let me just use Kasmuel. So Kasmuel has positioned himself as a spokesperson of the Generation Z, and is doing his job of being a spokesperson, superbly. But they don't have a leader. I want to maintain, they don't have a leader. Earlier on, the government had suspected that Boniface Mwangi, Hanifa, those were people who were spearheading the Generation Z movement. But they so far have realized that that is not the leader they've been looking for. So they have not been able to locate who the leader is. They just see memos being circulated on Twitter. And all of a sudden, the youths honor those memos and they start protesting. So it's a bit confusing to them. That's why William Ruto is moving with speed. I understand that there's going to be another town hall meeting at KICD. If it's not 3rd of August, it could be somewhere there between 3rd and 8th of August. But there is another meeting that has been scheduled. And this meeting, according to William Ruto, is going to meet all the presidential, the leaders of universities. And the strategy is very simple: to have a one-on-one engagement with them, so that he can try to cool this tension as much as he can. So the question is, will they honor that? Because mind you, the call is, we can't We don't want a dialogue with you. So is that going to happen? I think that's why Oscar Sudi realized that if Miguna continues with the attacks, then it's going to be pretty hard for William Ruto.
I welcome Kasmel, Makoure, and all the Gen Zs on the platform. It is Kasmel and his colleagues and the heroes that died that have inspired not just Kenya, but the entire African continent and the entire world with their bravery, with their clarity and eloquence. It's very, very important, as I always say, the youth are the motors of change. And we have seen it in real time in Kenya for the last 1 month. It's quite inspiring. I wanted to say a few things preliminarily. I believe Professor Chieng has not been attending our spaces weekly. This point has been made repeatedly, that when we say Ruto must go, we don't mean Ruto the person. It is a clarion call that symbolizes a demand by the people for the overhaul of the system, including the removal of Ruto the person, the head of the regime of Kenya Kwanza, and the entire political oligarchy in Kenya. So Ruto must go is not a clarion call directed at the individual, but it symbolizes what the people of Kenya are opposed to: the system of corruption, plunder, the system of nepotism and tribalism.
Youths are posing a major threat to the presidency of William Samoei Ruto. That is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to rest my case there, honestly. But perhaps if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe. Always comment below there. Let us keep ourselves engaging in each other on this matter so that we can get to create more videos. The more we engage, the more we get the concept on what next to do. So please just engage below on the comment section. So until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.